What's going on, people? I'm back. Listen, before I get into the video today, as you can obviously see, got my Eagles jersey on. We won today, okay, on this lovely Sunday. Okay, so I'm in a good mood, right? I hope that you're in a good mood. Hopefully your team won today, unless you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in which case you got your ass kicked. But it is what it is. All right. Now, in today's video, this is really going to be an update to a video that I did, I want to say maybe a few months back, in regards to a woman who was essentially, answering some questions from a pro-life activist, right? Now, many of you have seen the video that I did a while ago where this chick by the name of Brianna Rivers from the Bronx, who, while she was answering the questions from this pro-life activist, decided to just straight sucker punch the girl, and causing her, nose to bleed. And, she was really fucked up. She had to go to the hospital, all that kind of stuff, right? Now, the district attorney for Manhattan by the name of Alvin Bragg, he actually had the charges dropped. Okay, just to kind of run down some details, I'm going to go through the story and I'll have y'all go through it with me. So let's check out this article. Now, obviously you see the article right here, right? Now, district attorney Alvin Bragg, his office dropped the case against the woman who sucker punched the pro-life activist. And the pro-life activist, her name was Savannah Craven Antao. All right, it was a street interview that they did. And if you're not familiar with it, I'll run back the tape. Take a look.
That you did. Point of view it's very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you?
Absolutely insane, right? So basically, the case was dropped because the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's office missed a key filing deadline, according to the victim's attorneys. Now, all this stuff happened back in April. Now, Brianna was charged with second-degree assault, but the courts dismissed the case back in July. They dismissed the case back in July when they failed to turn over evidence on time, according to the Thomas More Society, which does plan to file a civil lawsuit against Brianna on behalf of Savannah. Okay. Now, because of this whole mix-up, right, something that I've honestly never even heard of. I mean, I've heard of clerical errors and things like that, and but I've never heard of like the district attorney essentially not submitting something on time. And so, because of that, now the whole thing has to be scrapped. Now, a spokesperson for the district attorney's office said every victim deserves their day in court, and our office has reached out to apologize to Ms. Craven Antao for the unacceptable error of missing the discovery deadline. And they said that we are taking immediate internal steps in light of this case. Now, Bragg's office said the deadline was missed after the case was reassigned to a different prosecutor. The office also noted that Bragg had pushed the legislature this year to revise New York's discovery law, citing dismissals like this as examples. I mean, this is honestly crazy, right? Okay, so the case is getting turned over to a new person, but I mean, how long does that take? Because like, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like regardless of, wherever you stand on the pro-life and pro-choice thing, leaving the politics out of it, right? You're doing this street interview. And even though the person is antagonizing you and saying all kind of, saying stuff condescendingly or, whatever, trying to push your buttons, you can't just go Floyd Mayweather on her and just start dropping punches just because you upset, right? Like, you can't do that. Brianna said in a Facebook post, and I believe I had this in my last video, basically she said, "To Savannah, I sincerely apologize, but cannot sit around and allow you to continue pushing this one-sided narrative. I understand hands being put on someone is never the answer, but throwing rocks and hiding hands is worse. She knows the truth and she needs to release the footage in its entirety. Savannah is a professional antagonist, not a reporter, and the truth will be told." Now, yeah, I mean, I completely understand, right? I completely get that, right? Like, she pissed you off, and so you decided to go crazy. But at the end of the day, this is a street interview. You could have legitimately turned your ass around and walked the fuck off. Like, you could have just left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to, like, you know, go Tank Davis on her and just start going crazy with the punches. Like, you didn't. And what makes it even worse is that Savannah's husband was the one filming and, you know, getting all of this on camera, right? And he actually ended up following Brianna after the punches and trying to get her to apologize and all this kind of stuff. And Brianna wasn't having it. She put up 2 middle fingers and basically said, fuck off. Right. And so it makes it even worse when the district attorney is essentially dropping these charges, and just nothing's going to come of it, at least from that point. Right now, the Thomas More Society, I believe, is actually filing a civil suit against her. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But I just wanted to give this update just because, you know, I did see it and I thought it was very interesting. I honestly forgot about the story, but, you know, I figure why not talk about it, right? Get the conversation flowing back again. Now, before I go, right, the Thomas More Society did have a senior council member, you know, kind of give a statement in regards to it. So this is what they said. District Attorney Bragg's shocking refusal to uphold justice only works to undermine confidence in the system, especially when our political climate has become as fraught as it is now. Failing to prosecute these clear-cut charges sets a dangerous standard for how our society responds to violence against those engaging in democratic dialogue. So, you know, that's what they had to say. Like I said, they are looking to file charges against Brianna. We'll see kind of what happens again, like I said. But I just wanted to give it an update. So let me know what you guys thought about this down below in the comments, man. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, don't forget to smack a like. Also, don't forget to become a channel member. And don't forget to subscribe for the one time. Peace.